Hey guys, happy Saturday. So I tried a few minutes ago to start up a video, but as I've realized that doing these live things from your phone means that sometimes you might get a call halfway through doing it. So thank you to my sister for calling and interrupting the video. So good call, but here we are again. So let's try this round two. Happy Saturday. Hope you guys are doing something awesome. Like I was saying earlier, it's so funny being Canadian because all Canadians want to talk about is the weather. And as soon as it gets like +2, everybody's so damn excited come spring. And I mean, spring is amazing because everything is growing and it's rejuvenating. There's a little bit more sun, 8 o'clock at night, and the sun is still out, and everybody's just in such a better mood. So I'm definitely in a much better mood. The warmer and sunnier it gets. And this is the farthest time away from it being winter and shitty, so that's amazing. So hope you've done something solid with your day so far. I went to the market in downtown London because I'm a fiend for Saturday morning markets, and stocked up on a lot of things I probably don't need, but you know, kombuchas, nuts for cheese, things that I'm just going to devour. And you know when you get home and all you want to do is eat everything you just bought? That's kind of what my day has consisted of so far. But anyways, hope you're doing something wicked out there and enjoying. Apparently tomorrow's going to be nice also, so this is like a huge win for the weekend. So the thing that has been kind of on my mind in the last little while, I'm a big fan of personal development, as you may or may not have guessed, and books and audiobooks that are really great for just, you know, well-rounded humans and learning more about yourself. So one of the things I think everybody could stand to read, if you haven't and you're not familiar, is a book called The 5 Love Languages. It's by a guy named Gary Chapman. And basically the premise of the book talks about how there are 5 distinct love languages in the way that we communicate in relationships. So there's words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, receiving gifts, and physical touch. And as the book kind of talks about, we all have one primary, maybe two, but typically one primary way that we communicate the way that we love, and the way that we're loved by other people, and the way that we feel loved and appreciated. And you know when you first start dating somebody, and it's not love, it's lust, and those first months are supposed to be amazing, where you can't get enough of that person, and you text them all the time and you call them all the time, and you want nothing but to be with them, and you know, you lose sleep over hanging out with them, and you know, you're just wrapped up in the idea of them. And that's awesome, and that butterfly feeling is like the greatest feeling in the world, and that's why new relationships are so much fun. But eventually, when you start to get comfortable and you start to love that person, and those butterfly feelings start to fade, which they do, that's when a book like this is so phenomenal, because love languages, you know, it's a way that we communicate and a way that we all feel loved, essentially. And this is a really great tool for anyone, whether you're in a new relationship or a long-lasting relationship, or you're married, or you're gonna get married, or whatever it is, or even if you're single. I mean, single girl's guide. But it's a really good way to sort of delve into what you need from yourself, what you need from a partner, and ways to communicate. You know, for example, like if you're a person whose love language is words of affirmation, you might feel truly appreciated by your partner when they say things like, "Oh my God, you're amazing. Thank you for doing the dishes for me. Thank you for taking the garbage out. Thank you for watching the kid," or "Thank you for doing this," or "You're amazing for that," or "I'm really proud of you for whatever." And you feel that deep sense of appreciation and love from your partner when they communicate to you like that. Or if quality time was your thing, and for you it's doing things together, that walk, that bike ride, that, you know, sitting around having a glass of wine, or just, you know, hanging out and watching a sports game, but to you that is really important. Physical touch obviously speaks for itself. It doesn't necessarily have to be in a sexual way. It's as simple as, you know, that person coming home and the first thing in the door is they kiss you. they kiss your face and they hug you and they make you feel important, or they hold your hand in public, or they, embrace you in whatever way feels comfortable. And for you, that's a sign that that person cares. Acts of service. You're taking the dog out. You're, washing the dishes without being asked. They come home and you made dinner, or you've just done something to show your appreciation in an act of service to that person. Receiving gifts. Some people like a little bling, or whatever. Maybe you brought them cupcakes, or maybe you got them a shirt or something that you knew that you thought about them and it made them feel important. So the ways in which we communicate our love language is a direct relation to how important we're going to feel to another person, and how the quality of that relationship is going to be based on whether or not you get what you need from that other person. And a lot of times you could be in a relationship with somebody who just doesn't speak the same language. Like, it could be as simple as, your love language is quality time and that person's love language is receiving gifts. And it's like you're speaking English and they're speaking Chinese, and you just don't communicate with one another properly. So going through a book like this is really going to help you understand what it is your partner needs from you, or the best way that they can do things for you, because we can all learn each other's love language. We can all learn how to properly communicate with our partner, no matter how far gone your relationship seems like it is. Like, if you start feeling appreciated and a sense of, fulfillment from that person because they're really trying to understand you and communicate love in a way that makes sense to you, it's going to make you feel loved. It's going to enhance the quality of your relationship. It's going to allow that relationship to blossom and to grow into something amazing, or to restore something that was already there. Because a lot of what it talks about in this book is how sometimes couples end up being very far gone in being complacent with one another, and you stop doing those things for one another. You stop, putting in that effort. And I mean, we're all guilty of losing that, lust and love, and, relationships can be ebbs and flows of, sometimes it's amazing and other times it's a little bit stagnant. But when you actually take the time to, read something like this book and really understand and communicate with your partner, like, what you need, you might be able to better understand what the hell it is that they're saying. And we could all stand to love each other a little bit deeper. And who doesn't want to feel loved and appreciated from their partner? It's really easy to lose it. And that's why relationships, people, it dries up. The love isn't gone, but like, if you stop feeling the appreciation from that person that you're with, it doesn't really leave you with a lot to want to continue to fight for something, especially if you feel like the person that you're in a relationship with isn't really fighting to be with you anymore. And so whether you're in a relationship for 2 months, for 6 months, for a year, reading a book like The 5 Love Languages is going to help you to understand that person, help you to understand maybe what they need and how you can give back to them in a way that makes sense to you. So even if you're not the kind of person who's, gives gifts, but your partner appreciates that, it doesn't have to be really expensive. Like, nobody's saying you got to go get her that Dior purse, or you got to go buy him a Harley, or whatever it is that person, would feel appreciated by. It could be just something as simple as, something that doesn't have to have a strong monetary value, because it's not the value of the gift that's important, it's the sentiment behind it. Or if, your partner really likes quality time and you don't give a shit about going to that museum or going to that sports game, but like you're not doing it for yourself, you're doing it for the other person. You're doing it because you want that person to know how much you care about them and how important it is that you spend that time together. So it is sometimes about give and take, but relationships are give and take. And part of wanting to be with somebody, no matter whether it's a short or a long commitment, is committing to the fact that if you care about somebody, you're gonna want to make them happy. And if you make them happy, in return, they're probably gonna make you happy. So if you aren't getting what you need from your partner, or maybe you just want a little self-development for your own sake, this is a phenomenal book to pick up. There's also 5 love languages for children. So any of you who have kids, and maybe you younger or older, but you're just not communicating in a way that makes sense, and you can't really seem to be on the same level, this is a really good book to pick up and just have a browse over, because you don't lose anything by trying to better understand somebody. And you only stand to gain by learning more about yourself. And being in a healthy relationship is so much give and take, whether it's with your kids or your parents or your significant other. We could all stand to have a lot more love in our life, and to give a little bit more love and just give it out to the world, because we're all loving human beings and loving creatures, and we're just here for connection. And the more that you can connect with the people in your life, your loved ones, your kids, all of those people, the better your life is going to be, the better your relationships are going to be, the happier you're going to be. And who doesn't want to be happier? Who doesn't want to feel connected and appreciated? So if you haven't had a chance to pick up this bad boy, I highly recommend it. Give it a little read. There is a questionnaire in the back that is love languages for him and love languages for her. So you can do a little fill out with your partner and find out what your love language is, or you can go online. Quizzes available online, and just see. I mean, you might have a fairly good idea about what you speak, what language you speak, but what about your partner? What about your kids? And having a little bit of clarity on what the other person in your life needs will definitely help to enhance the quality of your relationship on whatever level. So you want better communication, you want to feel appreciated, you want that gratitude, you want a better sexual chemistry, like whatever it is that you're lacking in your relationship, the better that you can communicate with one another and the more that you understand one another, the happier your life is going to be. And everybody deserves that. So this is my little book for you today. And I definitely suggest taking a peek, see what you think, read it over on your own, with your partner, with your kids, and just start making your life that much more enhanced, that much happier. So all of these things are great for a Saturday read. I hope you can go pick up a copy, or if you want a wealth of other self-help books or things to enhance your life, I got loads of them. This guy here, Beautiful Money, also another really, really good read if you're looking for holistic ways to create wealth in your life and happiness. Yeah, I'm becoming the guru of all things love and health and wealth and all of those things. So any questions, anything I can help you with, any ways that I can help your life be enhanced, or to just maybe give you a little bit of advice, I'm definitely a sounding board for that. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Enjoy a little bit of that sunshine, and I will talk to you later. See ya.